Hi, this is Pastor Stephen Browers from Emmanuel Lutheran Church with this week's devotion. And I guess I was inspired by some things that happened in my own house with this, and I thought, isn't there a scripture reading that reminded me about that? And this comes from John, the Gospel of John, chapter 5, verse 17. Jesus said to them, "My Father is always at his work to this very day, and I, too, am working." The Jews were complaining that Jesus was doing things on the Sabbath, which was the day of the rest. And Jesus was saying, hey, God is always working, and I am too. Like, I'm not going to stop being compassionate to people because it's a Sunday. I'm always working. And so there are two things about this that this got me thinking about. First of all, there's never a time where it's not appropriate to love someone and to be compassionate to them. Never a time. There's other times like, well, like for back then, it's like, well, it's a Sunday. You can't do that. This is something I remember along the way. Somebody told me they missed church and they were really sorry, but they were helping their, like a neighbor that was having a lot of troubles with their health. Like they were apologizing for not coming to church because they were doing the very thing that we tell people to do at church. Do you understand? Like there's no reason to apologize. You're being the church. You're being a Christian when you're taking care of somebody. That's always appropriate. You don't say, sorry, I can't help you right now. I got to go to church. That's not, don't do that. Don't do that. It's always, God is always at work in the daytime, in the nighttime, on Sundays, on Mondays, all the time. But another thing that this got me thinking about, and the reason I thought about this verse in the first place, was that God is always at work. Always. I was thinking about my wife who works so hard at home. She's a stay-at-home mom now and working her butt off. You know, if you've ever been a stay-at-home mom or been around one, you don't get a vacation. You're constantly working all the time. And if you're not working, you're feeling guilty that you're not working. So I think my kids were, they had a bunch of jobs that they were supposed to be doing. And they're like, we've worked all day, like it's a Saturday. It's like, all we've done is work today. And I was thinking, your mom is always working, always. There's never a time where she stops working. Why are you complaining about working all day long? But yeah, I think as Christians, we often kind of act the same way, like, oh, God, I've been working all day long, and then I go home and I take care of my family, and then I have to go do something else. There's always all this stuff to do. God's like, what do you complain to me about? You sleep. God never slumbers or sleeps. He is always working. So on the one hand, we need to be kind of like, little bit of humility there. On the other hand, when you just can't do anymore, when you're just burnt out, or when you don't know what to do anymore, there's a problem, an issue, and you can't find the solution. Take a break. Let it go and give it to God, because he will keep working on it. He will work on it. When I was, not professional, when I was a musician, got my master's degree in double bass performance. Sometimes the best thing you can do as a musician is to stop practicing and go do something else, because then you come back and you can play it all of a sudden. And how did that happen? It's like your brain and your muscles were working, figuring things out while you weren't practicing. That's like God. He is working things out while you're not. While you're not working, he is still working. So think about that. God is always at work. So is Jesus. It's always the right time for him to work. He's always at work, whether we are able to keep going or whether we know how to move forward. God is always at work. Isn't that great news? I think it's really great news, and I hope you do too. I pray that you can watch our Facebook live stream on Sunday, 8:30 contemporary, 10:30 traditional, and I feel like I should start letting you all know about our Christmas services. We have a 7 o'clock Christmas Eve service, that's a traditional service, an 11 o'clock contemporary praise team service on Christmas Eve, and then we'll have a 9:30 Christmas Day service with mostly lessons and carols. So hope that you'll be able to spend part of your Christmas season with us. God bless you, and thanks for watching.